Hi, my name is Stephanie, and today I want to talk to you about the executive function initiation. Now, I have talked before on this channel in a different video about the executive functions, but I kind of wanted to be able to break down the individual functions and how they work and maybe how to improve on them, that kind of thing. So we're starting with initiation, which is probably my worst one. Initiation is the ability to start something. So that could be an activity, a task, a plan, whatever it may be. Now, some sources I've seen tend to imply that a failure in initiation might be due to something not being interesting enough. I've seen a lot of people try to motivate people who have difficulty with initiation, but a lot of times initiation doesn't have anything to do with how much you want to do something. So it could be something you really want to do and really need to do. But sometimes we come to this place where it's like almost impossible unless if someone else comes along to initiate the process. There are many factors that play into the issue with initiation. These could be things like anxiety, perfectionism, or not knowing when or how to start. There's also the distractions of a million other things that need to be done or have the attention paid to that could essentially paralyze someone from being able to start any of them. I think initiation can be applied to social situations, especially for autistics, where initiating a social interaction is difficult, and a lot of times autistics need to see that being modeled by somebody else. But to be fair here, that is just a theory of mine. However, while I definitely struggle with initiation, I would like to find ways to help and maybe remedy the situation a little bit and share those with you, so hence this video. Some ways to combat deficits with the executive function of initiation is to eliminate distractions and make tasks manageable. For example, when there's a lot of things to do in a day, it can be difficult to figure out which one to even start with, and then that task is huge and there's all these things that are going on and it's hard to find where to start, how to start, and that essentially can paralyze you from being able to actually do something. This does play into other executive functions, but basically once you know what needs to be done, what can be done, what needs to be done in what order, etc., you can start on that first thing. Some of these might need to be broken into smaller tasks or sub-goals to reach the overall goal or completed task. This way it becomes a little more manageable and you know exactly what's expected of you or what exactly you need to do to meet that completion, and therefore it's easier to know exactly what to do to start. Timers also tend to help because they can function as reminders or even just kind of as a way to, you know, make a sound or something almost like go outside of yourself to initiate the task. It's kind of like that sound or that timer is initiating it for you so you can follow along, if that makes sense. Some people also suggest for you to be able to kind of do those sorts of things so that there be breaks kind of set in with your tasks as well, so you kind of know, like, when I start this is what's going to happen, but it's not going to be forever. I'm gonna get a breather, let your brain kind of have a rest, but you do kind of want those to be timed so that you don't just get lost in la la land and never get back to what you were supposed to be doing and initiate the correct task. Now, for tasks that reoccur, the best thing you can do is to make them into a routine. The reason for this is it takes it out of the executive functioning realm of your brain, so that way there's not that load on the executive functioning. So if you can make things that recur all the time into a schedule, if you're not good at that sort of thing, obviously it would be helpful if someone outside of yourself can help you make a realistic schedule that becomes a routine for you, so it's by habit instead of relying on your executive functioning skills. That would be fantastic. For those of us who don't necessarily have another person to support us, you can try making your own schedule and setting timers to help prompt you when you need to be reminded or maybe help with initiating the next task. This also tends to be a plus for people on the spectrum because we tend to find comfort and maybe a little bit of soothing in the idea of routine and sameness and things just going right for us in the way they're supposed to go. And another suggestion is to make a visual kind of schedule or a visual list, something that you can see with your eyes that might be able to help you envision what needs to happen and how it needs to happen, and just kind of see things if that makes sense. Because some people don't do well translating language, like written language, into something that makes sense for them and easy to visualize. So for some people, especially for some reason, people on the spectrum seem to really do well with pictures and stuff like that for what needs to happen. Again, this goes in with like the whole scheduling, trying to make it into a routine, etc. Basically, the best thing to do is to try to take things out of the executive functioning arena and putting it into a place where it can just be a habit, so that way there's not so much a load and that way it's not as difficult to initiate tasks. Now, I'll be trying out these methods more extensively as I start college because there's probably no other way I'm going to survive, and it's only part-time college right now, so it's gonna be so great. I'm honestly terrified, but hopefully these tips or whatnot, this information about the initiation executive function helped you. Hopefully these will help me as well. Let me know if you guys have anything that has helped you with initiation. Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video interesting or helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you like to hear from me about autism topics, I upload to this channel about that every Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time to the best of my ability. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope that you're having a wonderful week. Also, I keep on forgetting to mention I do have a Patreon, so you should check it out, because I don't know, if you want to support me like that, you can. I mean, it's up to you. But anyway, hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!